of the evening.
And this is Chase Logan from High Ground. I don't know that I've gotten a chance to see him grapple before.
You know, this is a match because nobody would go with Devin Clark, so they called me to try to find somebody. And I had originally the person I could think of was Chris Dempsey, and I think he is competing out of the country, right? He's on some kind of a USA team, but anyway, they found a teammate to go with him. And a lot of times, you know, Devin's got that UFC name behind him, and a lot of people just didn't want to go with that guy.
Right.
Yeah, the only one we had, Lee was going to take it, but this
that would have been a great match too.
Yeah. I was interested to see it because Lee's obviously going to have a different game than this kind of people.
Exactly. Actually, you know, now that you say that, I would have loved to see that. Yeah. Because this is going to be more of a wrestling match, right? I think. Yeah. And the wrestling kind of jiu-jitsu, like front headlocks, snap downs, those kind of things, as where Lee would be. He's got all those, but he also has a great butterfly game, great leg lock game, and maybe in the future, right? See what happens. Maybe we should have brought him and had him call out the winner.
I know.
Big fans of all these guys, so that's why we say this. I mean, all these guys are awesome.
For the 12th bout of the night, we have heavyweight grappling. Fighting out of the blue corner, representing High Ground Jiu-Jitsu, Chase Logan. And out of the red corner, representing High Altitude MMA, Devin Clark.
All those guys, I don't feel like he was overshadowed, but I don't think that people of this, definitely of this era, know anything about him. And
yeah, certainly one of the most underrated competitors in the history of mixed martial arts.
when he pulled off one of the greatest moves that I ever saw, and it was against somebody from West Virginia in Pancrase. He went against Craig Oxley and picked him up by both ankles, and swung him around a circle
like
you do.
pro wrestling move.
Okay.
And straight ankle lock.
Straight ankle locks him.
That was Genki with dreads.
Yes, yeah, and it was amazing, right? And a lot of times people see that and don't know that's a real fight. They think that's like a pro wrestling thing. It was 100% a real fight.
Dear God, look at the size of the quads.
Yes.
I know.
On
Devin Clark is massive.
Reminds you of the Seishan Barkley quads they talk about that are 32 inches around.
And he's got the USA Wrestling tattoo on his right calf as well. I believe he was a collegiate wrestler, maybe even.
Yep.
I want to say maybe like a junior college champion or something like that. Yeah.
And I did not know, but do you have 17 fights in UFC?
17 UFC fights.
You know.
He was just, from my understanding, he was just cut this year.
Yeah, and he has a couple submission losses in the UFC, but they're to names like Jan Blachowicz.
I was just say, he's fought a who's who of UFC fighters. Now, guys, I got a question for you. I personally don't know much about Chase Logan, but do you think the nerves of a big name like Devin Clark is going to play into his game a little bit?
It could or it could not. Every athlete's different. Some people would see that as like I have nothing to lose, situation where it's actually like a calming thing.
Yeah.
But also some people will see it as
intimidating.
Yeah, and I don't know him, but I think they're more on the side of nothing to lose because they jumped at this, right? And
I mean, huge opportunity.
Yeah, and so normally if somebody's a little bit nervous, it's like, well, let me talk to some people, let me do this, and like get back to. There was none of that. There was, I can't take it, but he'll take it. It was kind of one of those numbers. So, and look, and the difference is like you don't see him intimidate, like right, he's right there. Looks like he's pretty confident with the wrestling, which is surprising, right? He's not
biting on fakes like there. We saw that little kind of almost a feint into a knee pick.
I don't know how accomplished Chase is in grappling, but I mean, for him to be an amateur MMA fighter with only one fight to his record up against a 17-fight UFC vet, and he's holding his own right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that just speaks volumes of his technique.
He's certainly doing a good job
ability.
here in this early filling out process where they're kind of pawing at each other with collar ties and seeing what's what.
Yeah, and this goes to the fight, when I said earlier that some of these heavyweights do this hand fighting and, again, I'm just kind of being goofy making fun of it, but this is what I thought some of those heavyweights were. They were all action. This is kind of them right now because it looks like neither one of them want to be on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, no.
So, and that's what this is going to happen. Like, nobody's going to be like, okay, if I can't get it, I'm just going to sit down. Neither one of them are going to do that. So we might see this for a long
and
time.
If you're Chase Logan, your path to victory here, I mean, you're probably not better than him. You're probably not stronger than him. Is to try to make him tired standing in this. You know, we have 10 minutes. That might be enough time.
Yeah. Well, quite frankly, like a lot of people are they're angling for the EBI overtime, right?
Yeah.
Like, that is a strategy, right? It's not a fun strategy.
I was always,
but it is a strategy.
That's a long bout.
Yeah.
Both guys able to do a good job with the hand fighting and the clinch fighting. Chase kind of doing some stalking here.
Devin's starting to turn up the pace a bit with his footwork at least.
Trying to create some sort of opening.
We see that kind of punch and pick as he uses his rear hand to push at the shoulder and reach for a knee pick on the far side. Now we see a little bit longer, more meaningful connection here, but really
still jockeying for position.
Yeah, Logan able to get to an underhook in that position, but good overhook work from Devin Clark.
Both guys kind of head fighting now for position.
Yeah, and the head fight is generally going to favor the guy with the underhook. And we see that taking place here. Now we might have a look at a mirror lock here. He uses it to force him to withdraw that underhook. That was good work by Devin Clark.
Yeah, so I see here that Chase wrestled at West Liberty, which is a great gym, or a great collegiate program. If I'm not mistaken, I think Brandon Lee Hinkle came out of there.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, a lot of really, really good wrestlers come out of that program. So, if he was a wrestler there, I don't know if he's All-American or not, but if he was, this is probably why he looks so comfortable on the feet.
Right.
Yes, he was. I'm getting word as we speak. He was an All-American at 197. So.
Nice.
That explains a lot. There we go. Huh. And quite, I would say he's probably like most recently been wrestling, right? And that's probably why he's a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like if you're out of the game a little bit, not that Devin's doing bad, but that's probably why he's a little bit more confident is, he's probably been out of college a lot less. Because I'm not, like, I guess I'm a little surprised, like how comfortable he looks on the feet, right? But it's just literally like he's not putting his hands up. He doesn't look, as you said, he's not really going for the feints.
And it looks to me like Devin Clark is progressively increasing the pace here.
Yeah.
Kind of started it slow. Now he's starting to pick it up a bit.
He's obviously he's a little bit heavier than he was during his fighting career. I think he's probably trying to use that experience to not gas himself out, right? I think he knows that the way he loses this match is either potentially in overtime or if he gets tired and makes a mistake.
Yeah.
So he's doing a good job of making sure that he's not tired.
Well, also, like, props to him for taking this match, right? Like, you're coming off an MMA thing and then just going straight into grappling. Like, being in wrestling shape or grappling shape is a little bit different than MMA, especially if you're not focusing on that.
Right.
Just another thing to look at. Not that, again, they're both doing a great job, but I'm just saying it's a lot different than people think.
He makes kind of an entrance on a shot towards a high crotch, but Devin Clark having none of it.
And it kind of looks like Chase is slowing down a tad. Not a lot.
Yeah, he's coming towards the back here.
Devin looking to get to the cage.
Yeah, he's trying to drag him down, but with those big quads, I don't think he's going to be dragged down very easily. He looks very comfortable.
Tree trunks for legs.
Yeah.
Now here, I would think.
Yeah.
I would think you would go to a broomstick or something like that from there, but they're calling for a mat return from the corner.
Yeah.
Pick that guy up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
interesting. Another thing is if you did get your hooks in from there, I mean, this is a place where you can get slammed.
Oh, absolutely.
And that could be devastating as well with some people that size. Yeah. But again, this is his opportunity, right? This is the first opportunity of the match for either one of them.
Has anyone ever won a jiu-jitsu match via slam?
Straight jiu-jitsu? Yeah. But like most jiu-jitsu tournaments, slams are illegal, unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh, we see a good roll
Oh,
to
look at that.
roll to the
And
leg.
that's-
He's going for the knee bar.
And it's pretty tight. Look, he's got it pretty nice on his
Chase
neck.
is-
He's trying to push the knee
Trying.
free, but
Yep.
he's going to make a transition probably here to double
Yep.
outside Ashi. Oh, no, he just elects to stand back up. Good victor's roll, though, from Devin Clark.
It was, and it nullified the little advantage that Chase had there. I would say, if you're going for a submission attempt, we kind of view that position all differently now. But it's, at best a wash. It doesn't matter either way. They're going to, go to overtime in 2 minutes if they make it. But, impressive wrestling match for both of them. I mean, again, most people don't know wrestling that well.
Be interesting to see this in overtime.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's not the same. Like, do we know how good their escapes are from back attack? It's a totally different thing when you're not just a jiu-jitsu competitor, right? Now, we know they'll both be explosive, but they're also very strong. Imagine being a seatbelt with either one of those Goliaths.
Yeah.
It's going to be
man.
tough.
I don't
That's
want
what
one
I
of those
use.
arms around my head.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting for sure. Because again, it's just me being naive and looking at two people's body types, but I don't see them being very technical, getting your shoulders down, doing the fancy stuff. I see just more of explosion, and I could even see those people running to the feet, like we said earlier, right? Like
Yeah.
doing the stuff that most jiu-jitsu guys don't do.
Now we see Clark working a bit of a kind of a looser underhook here, but I think at this point we've got 50 seconds remaining. We're probably heading towards EBI overtime, I would
I would
imagine.
agree.
But nice,
Nice shot from Devin, but
Yeah. Oh,
Chase.
that was an interesting.
Oh,
pull.
nice scramble there.
It looks like, as you said, Colin, that Devin's kind of put the pace up a little bit, right? He's
Yeah.
kind of changed it, but he also knows there's limited time. But he looks kind of, I mean, they both do. They don't look very tired. And that's the thing that impresses
No,
me with
they're-
the guys this size. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of
they're-
being a
they're-
guy that size. I don't have that. So. Man, good hand fight. Neither one are going to get anything here. 10 seconds. No. 10 seconds.
Time. We lost 10 seconds there, but sorry,
As the
guys.
ref said,
I
they
guess
weren't going
that's
to do
what I
anything
get for
anyway.
beating the clapper.
I thought the effort was good.
Yeah. That's what you get for bragging on Eric. Yeah, he did a good job. This is going to be the most interesting part, right?
Yeah, agreed.
So we see Devin Clark
Devin
starting on the
Oxford.
back.
Yep.
Now, generally we
So-
saw from the
yeah.
harness he elected to go double unders, which tells me that he's probably looking for ride time and wrist traps here.
But also see the difference. Like all the other jiu-jitsu guys try to get their back flat to the mat,
Yeah.
right? They were content to kind of sit up because they're more of an explosion style.
Right.
I mean, he is trying to get his back flat. Now he took it back off. So it's a totally different game with these guys. Yeah, it's more of a hand fighting style. I'm very accustomed to this with wrestlers, right? They'll do things that kind of don't grab your head, grab your hands, and then turn and spin and be more explosive.
40 seconds
Yeah,
that it took.
a totally different style, but it actually matched almost the style of the Jarvis and then with the
Yeah.
original 40 seconds, right? I'd like to see the crowd starting to come in now too for the MMA fights, which is it's nice.
Yeah, we actually had
Starting to fill out.
pretty decent crowd for just the jiu-jitsu portion. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was impressed by that.
See what he does. He's also sitting forward. They're both going double unders, both interesting style. You don't have to go seatbelt. Right?
You are supposed to go seatbelt, yeah. Supposed to be. Yes, sir. And,
Oh, wow.
So more of a just stand up style.
Oh, wow.
But he's still in there.
I think once you lose
No.
the hooks and once you stand, it's generally slow.
Wow. That was quick.
Yeah,
Good,
so
what, 10 seconds?
Very
8
quick.
seconds. I was a little slow on hitting the butt.
That's more of the Derek Lewis style.
Yeah.
Just stand up, right?
If I was built like that, I would do that too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be doing all this lame jiu-jitsu stuff.
Like I literally can't do a one-legged squat. I don't. Like I can't get up if I squat back down. I mean,
I think when that guy does a one-legged squat, the earth just goes down.
yeah, it's insane, man. Now look at that power there. He pulled him in quickly.
Yeah, he did.
As opposed to last time. A little different style, and he's got that gable grip.
He's got the seat belt this time as well.
Yeah, look at.
And we saw Logan is trying to work that like bridging.
Yeah.
Which is it does take you a little bit out of the jeopardy because you get your shoulder line higher. It's harder to strangle from there, but it's also harder to escape.
Well, and Devin changed his style on that one. Instead of being double unders, right, he went a little bit higher grip, different in the gable grip, right? And look, he got his hook back in. He almost lost his hook there for a second.
But he's got a strangling arm all the way to the shoulder.
Oh, he got him. Yeah. It's a heck of a match, man.
It's not over, though.
I know.
He's got 36 seconds to tap. 36 seconds.
A heck of a match, man. What a submission. That one was brutal. I liked how he changed the game plan, right? And that's what I've noticed in the strategy. That excites me. Like when Jarvis was changing around, I really liked seeing the difference. Now, look, he's not putting the hooks in. He put one hook in.
Wow. Elects to go to one hook.
Yeah. And as you said, you're not really supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense, but it also is not in the rule set.
And that's
it.
I'm not sure of that strategy, but I guess he's just trying something, right? I mean,
yeah, I'm not sure if he thought maybe he could get him to a twister hook and start working something from there, or yeah.
But again, like when you have 36 seconds to tap somebody out, I mean, you got to get creative.
It's very difficult to get to rear naked choke somebody from single leg right though. I wonder if he thought he was going to take him to the truck and twister him or something.
That's
like
what
that
I'm saying.
And your winner by a rear naked choke in overtime, Devin Clark!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Devin Clark. Devin, I know you're an accomplished collegiate wrestler. Was that kind of your game plan coming in here tonight?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Just, my coach had asked me, what do you want to do for a game plan? I'm like, let's just go for it. Let's wrestle, see what happens, have some fun. I'm not used to being in a cage without getting hit in my damn face, so it feels pretty good to walk out here without all the injuries, and I like this grappling stuff.
So can we look forward to seeing you doing more grappling action as opposed to the whole MMA game?
No, I'm going to do them both. I want to get to do some grappling matches, get back in that competition mindset, kind of working some things I need to work on to go into the MMA, and we'll be back and we'll get it done.
Can we look forward to seeing you back at New Line?
I hope so. It's pretty awesome here. Everybody is super nice and welcomed us, and I love it. Love you guys. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Clark.